Alright guys, welcome to another beer review, and today we're going back over to Beavertown and we're once again looking at a beer I think I've reviewed 3 or 4 times now, or 2 or 3, one of those numbers. But this is the current batch of Beavertown's Bloody Hell, which is the Blood Orange IPA, clocking in at 5.5% ABV, which is now an all year round beer. I remember hearing about them having this as a constant beer, but I can't remember when they started implementing that release schedule with this. Of course, a really big event actually from years gone by, where I think Nicholas from the designer would actually like produce pins, bar taps, tap handles, merchandise. So it's a big event in the craft beer sort of world, I suppose you could say. And so they've decided to actually make it a year-round beer, and which I'm all for, because every time I've had this, it's been a lovely little beer. So this was actually canned on the 22nd of April 2019. It's now currently the 3rd of April. 3rd of April, gone back in time. 3rd of May. So ridiculously fresh. And best before date is the 22nd of the 10th 2019, but you're hardly going to keep hold of this for that long, let's be honest. So I think it's the exact same recipe. I know there might be some sort of clenched arse cheeks for people who've loved this beer and then were disappointed with the whole Heineken thing, but I'm sure they haven't compromised on the beer, and I've realised the lighting in this video is terrible, as it usually is. There we go, we'll keep it like that, and it just reverts back to usual. Fantastic technology, Huawei, even though, to be honest, the actual camera is fucked because I dropped it and the lens cover smashed, and it's basically got no lens cover, so it's not protected, so I can't use my camera to its full potential. But anyway, the front facing camera's actually really not that good, I've got to be honest on this one, and the camera's the main reason why I decided to get Huawei, or however you pronounce it. Anyway, that's neither here nor Huawei. Terrible pun, but fantastic stuff. So I'm sure there'll be people who will just blindly say, oh, it doesn't taste as well as it used to do, because those people exist. But I've still got a hell of a lot of time for Beavertown. I've been drinking a few of their beers in recent months. The only thing is, they're actually a little bit hard to get hold of. The only place I could really get them in my local vicinity would be a Booths on the way to Southport, and then the Marks and Spencers in Wigan. So I have to travel a little bit to get any of their beers, but I know Sainsbury's are now doing 4-packs of their core range, which is always good if you just want to get a cheap 4-pack to take home. That's me picking up a 4-pack. And just enjoying it at your own leisure. Plus, some of the seasonals have been really good. The only one that I've not really enjoyed was that one they did with us. Was it Stillwater, which was the citrus pale ale or IPA? I didn't really rate that at all. I was not a fan. But I picked this up from Honest Brew when I did a little bit of an order after winning some vouchers from work. And if you're watching. And so I thought I'd use it wisely, and I saw that they were having this for like £2.50, something like that, and I thought, gotta get a can. Actually, the first time I had this was actually when I was in Germany, and they were selling it in Beretta, and I had it the first time, and I loved it ever since, and I've had it a few times since then as well. But no, Waitrose are stocking this also for about £2.70. That's going off my good friend Craig's intel. Anyway, beer in a glass, and I don't know, it looks a little bit pale. I'm not too sure if it's always looked like this, because it has been essentially a year since I've drank this for the first time, and that's a long time, and a lot of beers have been consumed since then. But it is looking a little bit pale, but I'm not going to make any assumptions. But then again, I've brought that to light and brought attention to it, so it sounds like I'm purposely nitpicking because the whole Heineken stuff, you know me by now, I don't believe in that sort of, oh, sell out so the beer's going to change. From what I've had, Gamma Ray's still tasting absolutely gorgeous. But really nice sort of golden, slightly pinky orangey look to it. Lovely amber crispness as well. Head dissipated really quite quickly actually. So let's see what we get on the nose. You definitely get the blood orange. Blood orange is one of my favourite fruits. But the thing is, it's really hard to get hold of blood orange in the UK. I don't know why. Is blood orange a seasonal thing that we get when we import it? Or are there actually supermarkets or stockists that sell them year round? Because I just love blood orange. I love how sweet they are. And you do get that sweetness in this. Very subtle piney hop character coming through. Obviously with beer like this you don't really have to depend too much on the hops because the inclusion of blood orange will make up for that. So it's a great way to actually cut costs and also present a really tasty beer. For example, Elvis Juice, which is still one of my all-time favourite beers by the way. But yeah, this is smelling exactly like you want a blood orange IPA to smell like. Sweet, slight citrusiness, a little bit perfumey as well. Oh, it smells good. Let's give it a taste. Cheers, guys. Oh yeah. Oh, it's lovely. The blood orange is just singing in that beer. Big hoppy bitterness as well. The only thing I would say that I'm not the biggest fan of is the body is a little bit light. It's almost ventured into a little bit of like slightly slightly flat sparkling water. But crisp. It's refreshing as hell, as you would expect. The blood orange has just been used beautifully in this. Lovely sweetness, but not too sweet. And it doesn't have that synthetic character that even beers with inclusion of genuine fruit can sometimes have. But yeah, this is for the price. For less than, for like $2.70 a can or whatever you're going to pay for it. 2 or 3 of these in the back of the fridge, barbecue weather. Use that as part of a marinade for chicken wings, whatever, you name it. It's going to work beautifully. It's not blowing me away like I was expecting it to. But then again, as I said, it's been over a year since I tried it, the last batch. But I don't know. I'm not going to make any assumptions or put anything out there. It just could do with a little bit more body, to be honest. The flavour is there, it's bang on. Just the right amount of bitterness on the back end. It doesn't finish too dry. It's thirst quenching, it's moreish. And yeah, I think because I've had so many beers that have had the inclusion of citrus in there, because I'm a big fan of citrus pale ales, IPAs. I don't want to say it's had its day, but I think it makes sense that this is an all year round beer. Because I don't think in this climate it would have that impact that it would have done when it was first brewed or the first couple of times it was brewed. But to have this as an easily accessible year round beer, I'm all for it. Really, really am. But yeah, it's lovely stuff. It really, really is. In terms of a rating then, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. The recipe could have changed. The quality could have gone down, but I can't really tell. And even if it did, I'm not too fussed. But for a sessionable, well, 5.5% isn't exactly quote-unquote sessionable, but you know, the beers like this, Clockwork Tangerine, Grapefruit Halcyon, Elvis Juice, Juice Box, Easy Peeler, these beers I could happily buy one of each time because they're all so satisfying for me. Are they the most complex or world-class IPAs and pale ales you're going to have? No, but they're just so damn drinkable. And this is another fine example, but I think it makes so much sense that this is a bit more of a normalised release as opposed to it having a big event. Although the artwork and the promotion I used to really, really enjoy. I'd love one of the Bloody Hell pins or like a t-shirt. That would be just fantastic. I might have to spend a bit more money this month. But yeah, Beavertown, still got a hell of a lot of time for. And this is a beer that I will be drinking a hell of a lot more of when I get my hands on it. So if you've tried it, let me know your thoughts, opinions. How do you think it rates compared to previous years? What do you think of it becoming at a year-round release? Do you think there's been a quality drop? Do you think the recipe's slightly changed to make it a bit more affordable and feasible for the supermarkets? Let me know your thoughts, opinions. And yeah, check out my previous reviews of this beer. And of course, check out my Beavertown playlist, check out Beavertown, and check out Honest Brew. So thank you guys for watching. If any of my friends and fellow beer tubers have reviewed this recent version, then I'll put their links down below. And yeah, thank you all for watching, and I shall hopefully see you all later. Cheers, guys.